Saturn has arrived in the sign of Capricorn after nearly 30 years, and Saturn will be in the sign of Capricorn through 17 December of 2020. So what does Saturn represent, and how does that impact its arrival in Capricorn? Saturn is a master teacher. Saturn arrives for nearly 3 years, once every nearly 3 decades, in each sign to bring about a new awareness and a mastery of the self. It is a teacher that is not interested in codependency, far from it. Self-reliance is a key theme at this time of Saturn in Capricorn. However, it is a teacher that comes and is dedicated, also associated with Capricorn, to seeing our evolution from where we think we have arrived to where we've yet to go and what else needs to be expressed within us on this earthly plane. With Saturn, we're looking at limitations and restrictions. We're looking at tests of endurance and commitment. We're looking at effort and discipline being a daily necessity. We're also looking at karma that can be cleared through effort and a willingness to be tenacious and take on helping and co-creating this new life that wishes to emerge through us. It's also about time and use of time management. It's also about sacrifice in the sense of all that is not essential and all that is not in alignment for our spiritual progress and in alignment with our authentic purpose. And for this reason, it's a gift to us because it helps us clear that which we may have amassed based on all the outside conditioning from other sources that have told us that we need this and that and the other, yet we are still feeling a sense of disconnect. This is where Saturn comes in and really helps us to hone into what is essential and to clearly and easily, and sometimes not so easily, peel away that which is not. So this removal of the non-essential can take the place take the form of people, places, ideas, ideologies, behaviors, self-talk, habits, even the foods we eat. All of these things that are in any way out of alignment with what is essential for us and what we need to evolve, these have got to be restructured. So, known as also the taskmaster, Saturn is a serious tone, and it has a reputation for being difficult. This difficulty, however, is largely due to resistance from change, resistance and holding on to that which is non-essential, believing that something is essential when it's not. But when Saturn runs the course of its transit, we are left in a whole new way, evolved, stronger, more self-aware, in alignment, feeling capable and feeling wholly renewed in many ways. So the focus is on applying the self toward these spiritual ends and for growing our spirit. So with Saturn in the sign of Capricorn, we're looking at an earth sign. And earth signs, such as Capricorn is, are material oriented. They're interested in the tangible and manifesting, incarnating, bringing things into form, from thought to form. The incarnation is associated with Capricorn. Even the flower, the carnation, is associated with Capricorn. Capricorn is a cardinal sign, meaning it's one of action. So there's a constant striving to build, and a striving to learn and to achieve and to grow. So and to improve. And the 10th house is the house associated with Capricorn. And this house is about achieving. It's about distinctions and honors, reputations and awards, legacies, power, wealth, leadership. So all of these things are associated with this sign, and having Saturn here in the sign of Capricorn, you can begin to see how there needs to be a certain level of structure and focus and dedication and commitment for these types of things, materializing things, taking action in directed ways, and achieving and leaving legacies behind and leading others. All of these require some form of mastery of the self. So Saturn being in Capricorn is particularly helpful to Capricorn, growing in new ways, and yet also to everyone, to help us utilize what is available and natural to the sign of Capricorn, to bring about new and improved conditions in our own lives, and to achieve those things that perhaps we've thought were not were out of our reach and unachievable. Capricorn's also associated with the skeletal structure and the skin, the teeth, and the knees, and also the spinal cord. The skeletal structure is actually the physical house. And so, with Saturn coming in to help us move in a more spiritually evolved direction, Capricorn, being that skeletal structure, is the actual physical house for the spirit and to enter into and to become animated and to express itself. So this is important to keep strong and to grow and to feed that which helps it remain vital, and also remain limber, so stretching and doing forms of even simple walking and stretching, yoga and activities and massage, all of these things that move the body and generate a good flow of the blood through the body. These are all very well aspected for this, particularly this time of Saturn in Capricorn. Key words for Capricorn: enduring, visionary, dedicated, tenacious, making use of that which is useful, influence, tradition, wisdom, service, loyalty, and sensitivity, to name some. Capricorn is not outwardly known as a sensitive, expressive sign. However, inwardly, Capricorn feels deeply, and it tends not to show it on the outside. The symbol of Capricorn is a sea goat. So the upper half of Capricorn is this mountain goat that is able to ascend the heights, and climbing is its orientation in nature. However, the lower half of Capricorn is the fishtail, and this enables Capricorn to plumb the depths as well, and that helps keep the balance of spirit and matter, and not simply being about achieving materiality at the expense of spirituality. So the sea goat is a key symbol in keeping in balance for Capricorn and the Saturn and Capricorn connection. Themes for Saturn in Capricorn at this time and throughout this period through 2020, the end of 2020, are restructuring foundations. Again, people, places, things, foods, ideas, behaviors, habits, all of these things are, and literally, it could be your physical home could be restructured. You could move to a whole new place, or restructure it in such a way that it's more functional, authentically, and always authentic to you. Also, the rebuilding of the mind, of the body, and the spirit, regardless of your age and ability. We can dedicate to improving our minds, improving our bodies, and improving our spirits in simple ways. Because with Saturn, or Capricorn, another key word is patience. That's part of being enduring. so that it has the patience to apply itself day after day after day after day. And we're not talking about the age of instant everything. We're talking about Capricorn being the oldest sign, the elder sign of the material or of the earth signs in the zodiac. So it's been it's seen a lot. It's not interested in having to have it right now, and it doesn't. Capricorn does not arrive at where it is and achieve whatever its version of success is by having it now and needing it now. And Saturn, being its planet, is going to require it to be a master, not just one to desire, and because it can't even afford or however take a shortcut. That's out with Saturn. Shortcuts are out with Saturn. It's about applied dedication. And because when you apply and you dedicate, you then know. And that knowledge is always with you. And no one can take that from you. And you build on that knowledge. And that knowledge improves your life in all the ways that having that which is within you can improve your life and not subject to the winds of change. Committing to the self, committing to dreams, and committing to those callings that you've been putting off are themes for the Saturn and Capricorn transit. Self-reliance and trusting of the self, trusting those callings that are within you that may only be revealed to you with the arrival of Saturn now in the sign of Capricorn for the next 2.5 years. So trusting that and moving towards it and working with dedication to daily visit that place and to expand on that awareness and to grow your knowledge about it, whatever that it is for you. But dedication is a key theme in this Saturn and Capricorn transit, as well as using your time wisely. And distraction is everywhere. So this is could be perhaps one of the more difficult aspects of Saturn and Capricorn, because wasting of time or using time in ways that are not aligned with taking you to that authentic self that Saturn is here to help you bring about during its relatively short transit, given that it won't be back for 30 years. Time is of the essence. And so certain things, if you insist on distracting yourself with them, will be removed from you necessarily so that you can be more attentive to that which needs your attention at this time. Also being thrifty with our resources during this time and using resources with wisdom and for things that are actually necessary, not simply to just because you can. There's a need for thrift during this time of Saturn and Capricorn. So using this gift of Saturn and Capricorn, it's helpful for us to meet the process halfway. Resistance is difficult, makes things difficult for us, and difficulty is a choice, just like meeting halfway is a choice. Visualize your life for 2020 and take daily action to improve in some way the quality of your life. Begin some kind of practice that improves your life, your body, your spirit, your heart, what opens your heart and awakens something within you. Honor yourself, honor your body, trust the process, and keep committed to it. And know that Saturn is here working with you to help you realize the next journey of the next version of the next you.